Ever wondered how you can stay safe on a construction site? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to a comprehensive guide that will help you understand the ins and outs of construction site safety. It's essential to take note that construction sites can be hazardous places filled with potential risks. However, with the right knowledge and a commitment to safety protocols, these risks can be significantly reduced. In this video, we'll cover everything from understanding the risks to the use of personal protective equipment, safe work practices, and emergency preparedness. Each section is designed to equip you with the knowledge and tools you need to ensure your safety and the safety of others around you. Remember, safety isn't just a guideline, it's a way of life on a construction site. So buckle up and get ready to dive into the world of construction site safety. First, we need to understand what we're up against. In the world of construction, every day brings a unique set of challenges, and with these challenges come risks. Understanding these risks is crucial to ensuring safety on a construction site. Let's delve into some of the common hazards you might encounter. One of the most prevalent hazards on a construction site is the risk of falling objects. From loose bricks to unsecured tools, anything that isn't properly stored or secured can become a potential danger, especially on multi-story projects. Always remember, a hard hat isn't just a piece of kit, it's a lifesaver. Next, we have the ever-present risk of slips, trips, and falls. Construction sites are dynamic environments, with materials and equipment constantly changing places. A misplaced tool, an unmarked hole, or a patch of oil can transform a simple walk across the site into a trip to the emergency room. Vigilance and good housekeeping are your best friends against these risks. Of course, we can't discuss construction site hazards without mentioning heavy machinery accidents. These powerful tools can make our jobs easier, but they can also pose a significant threat if not used correctly. Whether you're operating the machinery or working nearby, it's crucial to follow all safety guidelines, maintain a safe distance when in operation, and never ever operate machinery without the proper training. And that's just scratching the surface. There are numerous other hazards, from electrical risks to hazardous substances, noise and vibration exposure, and even the risk of collapse in excavation and trench work. But understanding these risks is only half the battle. The other half is risk assessment, the process of identifying hazards, evaluating their potential impact, and implementing measures to control them. A thorough risk assessment isn't just a legal requirement, it's the foundation of a safe and productive workplace. Remember, safety doesn't happen by accident. It's a deliberate, ongoing process that requires everyone's involvement and vigilance. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a greenhorn, always keep your eyes open and your wits about you. Knowing the risks is the first step to preventing accidents. Now that we know the risks, how do we protect ourselves? Enter personal protective equipment, or PPE for short. This is your armor, your shield against the many hazards that lurk on a construction site. PPE comes in many forms, each designed to protect a specific part of your body from a specific kind of danger. Let's start with the head, a particularly vulnerable area. A hard hat is crucial for protecting against falling objects and accidental head bumps. It's not just a fashion statement, it's a lifesaver. Next, we have safety glasses or face shields. These protect your eyes from dust, debris, and other particles that could cause injury. Imagine trying to hammer a nail with an eyeful of dust. Not a pretty picture, is it? Moving on to the ears. Noise on a construction site can be deafening. Literally, earplugs or earmuffs can help protect your hearing from the roar of machinery and power tools. Now let's talk about the lungs. Dust masks and respirators are used to filter out harmful substances that you might breathe in. These could be dust, vapor, fumes, or gases. Without these, you're inhaling a cocktail of potentially harmful substances. Don't forget about the hands and feet. Gloves protect your hands from cuts, abrasions, and chemical burns. Steel-toed boots, on the other hand, guard your feet against crushing injuries. Lastly, high-visibility clothing. This makes you stand out, especially in low-light conditions. It's not about looking bright and flashy. It's about being seen and staying safe. But remember, PPE is not just about wearing it. It's about maintaining it, storing it properly, and replacing it when it's no longer safe to use. This is not just a responsibility, it's a commitment to your own safety and the safety of others around you. So there you have it. From head to toe, PPE is designed to keep you safe on the construction site. But remember this, PPE is your last line of defense against hazards. It's there to protect you when all other safety measures have failed. So wear it, maintain it, respect it. It might just save your life one day. But protective gear alone isn't enough. We also need to work safely. Let's delve into the world of safe work practices, which form the backbone of any successful construction project. It's not just about wearing the right gear, but also about how we use our bodies and our environment to ensure safety. First up, we have proper lifting techniques. You might think you're a weightlifting champ, but lifting heavy objects at work is a different ballgame. It's not about how much you lift, but how you lift. Bend your knees, keep your back straight, and let your legs do the work. Remember, if it's too heavy, don't be a hero. Get help or use machinery. Next, let's talk about cleanliness. No, we're not asking you to mop the floors, but a clean work area is a safe work area. Debris, waste materials, or tools lying around can be a tripping hazard, so let's pick up after ourselves and keep the work area clear. Then there's the safe use of tools and machinery. These aren't your everyday kitchen utensils. They're powerful, they're hefty, and they can be dangerous if not used correctly. Always use the right tool for the job, handle them with care, and make sure they're well maintained. And remember, if a machine seems faulty, don't try to fix it yourself. Report it to a supervisor. And finally, let's not forget about breaks. We all love them, and they're essential for safety too. Regular breaks help prevent fatigue, which can lead to mistakes. So, take a moment, have a cup of tea, and then get back to work refreshed and alert. Safe work practices are not just rules to follow, they're habits to develop. They help us to work efficiently and ensure we go home safe at the end of the day. Good work practices make for a safer and more productive construction site. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, emergencies happen. Are you prepared? Emergencies can strike anytime, anywhere, and the construction site is no exception. They can range from small incidents like minor injuries to major situations such as fires or building collapses. Being ready for these unexpected events is not just a good idea, it's absolutely essential. Let's start with the emergency plan. Every construction site should have a clear, comprehensive plan that outlines what to do in the event of an emergency. This plan should be readily accessible to everyone on site and should be reviewed regularly to ensure its effectiveness. Knowing your site's emergency plan is not just about reading it once and forgetting it. It's about understanding it, memorizing it, and being able to act on it swiftly when the time comes. Next, let's talk about emergency exits and equipment. Familiarize yourself with the layout of your construction site. Know where the emergency exits are located and ensure they are always clear of obstructions. Likewise, know where the emergency equipment such as fire extinguishers and first aid kits are stored. Make sure they are easily accessible and in working order. It's not enough to have these resources. You must also know how to use them. Lastly, let's not forget about basic first aid skills. Accidents can happen in the blink of an eye, and sometimes immediate action is required to prevent further harm. Knowing how to administer basic first aid can be a literal lifesaver. Whether it's knowing how to perform CPR or how to properly dress a wound, these skills are invaluable on a construction site. Remember, no one plans for an emergency, but we can all prepare for one. Being prepared means understanding your role in an emergency, knowing where to go and what to do, and having the skills necessary to act. It's about being proactive, not reactive. Being prepared for emergencies can mean the difference between life and death. So, we've covered a lot today, but what are the key takeaways? Firstly, it's crucial to understand the risks associated with your work environment. Each construction site carries its own unique threats, and being aware of these is the first step towards ensuring safety. Secondly, never underestimate the power of personal protective equipment. This armor of yours is designed to shield you from potential hazards. So, wear it with pride and maintain it with care. Then we come to safe work practices. Always remember, it's not just about getting the job done, it's about getting it done safely. Follow all safety procedures and guidelines diligently. And lastly, be prepared for emergencies. Unexpected situations can arise anytime, anywhere. Having a well-thought-out emergency plan can make a world of difference. Remember, safety isn't just about rules and regulations. It's about looking out for each other and going home safe at the end of the day.